Will Sun ever burn out? Subscribe. Universal Tutor. Yes, eventually, the Sun will exhaust its nuclear fuel and undergo significant changes in its life cycle. The Sun is currently in the main sequence phase, during which it fuses hydrogen into helium in its core, releasing energy in the form of light and heat. This process has been ongoing for about 4.6 billion years and is expected to continue for another approximately 5 billion years. Nuclear fusion. The Sun currently generates energy through nuclear fusion, where hydrogen atoms in its core combine to form helium, releasing immense amounts of energy in the process. Limited fuel. The Sun has a finite amount of hydrogen to fuse. Estimates suggest it has been shining for about 4.6 billion years and has around 5 billion more years of hydrogen fusion left. Red giant phase. In about 5 billion years, the Sun will enter the red giant phase. It will expand and become much larger, potentially engulfing inner planets in its outer layers. Helium fusion. During the red giant phase, helium fusion will occur in the core, forming heavier elements. This process will cause the outer layers of the Sun to be expelled into space, forming a planetary nebula. White dwarf. After expelling its outer layers, the Sun's core will collapse to become a white dwarf, an Earth-sized, dense remnant. It will gradually cool over billions of years. End of nuclear fusion. The Sun will stop nuclear fusion when it exhausts its hydrogen and helium fuels. At this point, it will no longer shine as a star. Solar wind. The dying Sun will continue to emit solar wind, a stream of charged particles, into space, affecting the solar system's environment. Planetary nebula. Before becoming a white dwarf, the Sun will expel its outer layers, creating a beautiful planetary nebula, visible from great distances. Cooling and darkening. Over billions of years, the white dwarf will cool and fade, becoming a cold, dark object known as a black dwarf. It will no longer emit significant light or heat. Natural stellar evolution. The Sun's life cycle, from a main sequence star to a red giant, planetary nebula, and white dwarf, is a natural progression based on the laws of astrophysics. This evolution is common for stars of its size and mass. While the Sun will not burn out, in the sense of a sudden extinction, it will undergo significant transformations, ultimately leading to its end as a white dwarf. These processes are part of the natural life cycle of stars, governed by the laws of astrophysics. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.